it going? We are your team here at North County Natural Medicine, back to talk about some more detox tips. I am Dr. Heather Sandison.
My name is Jamie Gordon.
And I'm Melanie.
So last week we met with our crew that's doing the New Year Detox program with us, and we talked about healthy makeup tips, so healthy beauty products. What I think a lot of people don't realize, we take all this effort, choose really great foods, and then we don't even think about the products we put on our body. Jamie, what is it? It's like the average number of products that a woman uses before she leaves the house in the morning?
Yeah, I want to say it's anywhere from like 10 to 20, and even men included, it's up to 10 products a day. A lot of the medications that we administer here at the clinic, often we use hormones to, we treat them topically, we apply them topically, and people just don't realize that when you apply cosmetic products topically, you absorb them just the same. You absorb about 60% of that.
Right, Jamie's absolutely right. So one of the ways that we help people with their health is certainly through hormone balancing. And we can measure in labs someone's testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, all of these things. And as we age, sometimes those drop. So then we measure again after using a topical hormone cream, and we see that those numbers go up. Same thing with nicotine. Somebody may have been a smoker, getting off of nicotine, they use a nicotine patch on the skin, and it makes a big difference. With the hormones, we measure again and we can see that those numbers go up. With makeup, with shampoos, with lotions, we never measure. So we don't always notice, we're not drawn to look at those numbers and see that there is actually a toxic burden that's going up and up and up in our systems. So best thing to do whenever it comes to any environmental illness, stop the exposure. So stop using those toxic products on our bodies. So any tips that you learned from our meeting last week, Melanie?
Yeah, actually, so we had a fun little raffle. I won the charcoal face mask. I love it. I've used it twice within the last week. And what's great about charcoal is it's a binding agent. So when you put it on your face, it binds to all the dirt and the oil and any dust particles that get in your pores. And then once you rinse it off, everything comes out and your face feels great, and I love it.
Yeah, we use it internally as well to help bind toxins that get spit out as toxic sludge from the liver. They go out as bile, and if we bind that bile so you can excrete it, eliminate it, then less toxins in the body. Jamie, what kind of tips did you learn last week?
Well, more so on the subject of safety, I learned that the reason why we care so much about the space is because there's been no laws put into place to regulate this industry since 1938, which is a long time ago. And so I think that's why things, it's an unregulated industry, and so there's so many just toxic ingredients out there. So
many chemicals have been created even since 1938.
And I didn't even realize that. Like, I always trusted getting my cleansers or toners or anything from just a health food store like Whole Foods or Lazy Acres, and I recently downloaded the Environmental Working Group app, which I will tell you guys about in a second, and you can see on a scale from 1 to 10 how toxic your stuff is. So I assumed that just because it was sold at Whole Foods or a grocery store like that, it meant that it was safe, but it's not. So the Environmental Working Group has created an app called Healthy Living. You can download it on your phone, and they rate all sorts of products, from cosmetic products to cleaning supplies to all sorts of stuff on a scale from 0 to 10. So download it on your phone. It's so worth it.
I've totally made this mistake as well before. Thanks, Jamie, for bringing that up, because sometimes we trust certain brands, and one product in that brand's repertoire will be fantastic. It'll get a great rating on the EWG site. But then another product in that made by that same company will really, really be graded very poorly, be very highly toxic. And so we want to make sure that we're doing all the research that we have to do, and not being kind of lazy and just picking it up at a health food store like Jamie was saying and assuming that those companies are doing the homework for you. Really, we have to do the homework. Unless there are a handful of companies that we really appreciate, they've done all that homework, and they have a never list. So they have a list of certain chemicals, things that are known to be either carcinogenic or harmful endocrine disruptors. They have a list of those that they will never ever put in their products. And so when they have that sort of integrity, we can hopefully rely on them a little bit more. Some of those brands
A few of the brands that we like, Beauty Counter is one of them. All the products that they make are safe for pregnant women and nursing women, and they rate on a scale from 0 to 2. Everything's less than a 2 from Beauty Counter. Also Juice Beauty and Eminence. Eminence is a little bit on the higher price point, but their products are beautiful as well.
RMS Beauty is a company out of Australia. We really like them, as well as Naturopathica. Naturopathica is a great one that has a good never list as well. What did you learn about lead, Melanie?
So within the last 20 years, the government has found a lot of correlation with health issues with lead. So they've taken it out of the paint and gasoline, and surprisingly, they haven't taken out of lipstick, which is crazy because a lot of brands aren't required to put lead on the labeling. So just be cautious when buying your beauty products. Make sure it's within, like Jamie said, the scale under a 3 or 1 through 2.
It's just kind of wild that you can kiss your baby with lead on your lips, that when you eat, you're ingesting lead that's in the lipstick. So watch out. We don't want to scare you guys too much. Live your life, feel beautiful, but definitely take a look at what's in those, and hopefully you can make a little bit better and informed decisions. So we'll be back next week, and we would love to get your questions. So please feel free to type in the comment section. We'll be here on Wednesdays at 5, maybe a little after. And we are here to answer questions. Next week we're going to be talking about healthy movement. So how we can use sweating and sweating to help us to detoxify, and other ways that we can incorporate movement into our life as we create a healthy, happy 2018.
Thanks guys for tuning in, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, North County Natural Medicine.
See you later.
Bye guys.
Bye.